Good morning, everybody. Please don't mind my face. My current detox is detoxing. Alright, so today is going to be a lot of talk about mirror work, the new halls of mirror that is going to be opening up during the eclipse, and just some basic knowledge about other mirror work, mirror magic that you can do prior to doing this halls of mirror activation, because not a lot of people are going to be ready for the halls of mirror, but you can definitely do the working up to that, because there's going to be a lot. So let me just start off by first getting the energy cleared. We're going to do a couple little readings regarding what is going to be happening. We're going to be using the shaman dream with our ancestors and bringing in dream states from all different perspectives, as well as the archangels, the gateway of light activation, and we might even do some star seed. We'll see. Michael Jackson's here. We've been talking about mirror work all night last night, and he had a beautiful perspective on it. He talks about how he's trying to tell people about changing your energy within mirror work for quite some time, and seeing between realms and jumping timelines. He says that that was one of his things about changing the world and changing yourself first, because when you change yourself first, that reflection is from the heart. Comes from the heart and then into the mind. It's kind of what we all know, but and then here comes the cat. All right. So like I said, some of you guys are not going to want to do the full hallway activation, but let's okay. Just being crazy. Okay, where are we at? Teachability. So there are those who can be taught what is going on, and then there's going to be those who are going to be like, I already know this, I've done this before, I understand mirror work, and then there are going to be those who are like, all right, let me really work on myself. I'm ready to listen and be a person who can be taught. I'm not going to have my ego in the way. I'm just going to kind of listen and observe with no emotion, just kind of observe what's going on, and then if it resonates with my heart, then I will be. You're definitely going to be at a point of being teachable within this frame here. Okay, my time's right now. Okay, you guys, I don't know why they took away my 10 minutes, but I no longer have that feature. But we left with teachability. So a lot of you guys are going to be very teachable, and you're going to want to tune into what your ancestors are actually saying this time around. And you're really going to you're going to want to give it like your full intention this time, instead of just like, yeah, I'm observing and I'm learning. But you're really going to feel called to what you are learning, and then really change that perspective and that timeline, so you can start using it in your own life cycle. Okay, this is my cat. No, where is I? Alright. Vanishing mirror. Ego and subliminal messages. So those who are going to be doing the full hallway of mirrors, you are really going to have to check yourself prior to going in, because if you don't let go of your ego and you really say, I'm gonna, I'm letting go of self-worry or self-doubt, and you feel like that's what you really want to do, but then you go over to the mirror of light, and then you try to go through that portal, it's not going to let you, you're just speaking things. It goes by off the reflection of your heart. It'll tell you, okay, you're just speaking words, and you're not tuning into actually feel about things. Because it'll know before you do regarding, because you're not tuning into self. When you tune into self, you know this is something that I'm ready to let go of. This is something that I don't want to participate with anymore. And you know within your heart space, you feel that peace when you release that. But if you're like, oh, I'm going to let go of, judging others, and I'm going to walk this portal, but then you really start judging others again, that portal is going to say, no, your energies don't match, you don't align, there's no way you're stepping through this portal. That's why you guys, I recommend doing the silver method that I'll talk about in a minute, prior to doing the hallway of mirrors, because it's not going to let you do any kind of time jump unless you are really tuned into self and really want to let go of that. So you're going to have to work on letting go of the ego. See how this mirror is shattering your old belief system, so you can step in and rebuild it new. Okay, it's going to be very important for you guys to understand that. couple more with this deck and then we'll switch them up. I felt like the music in that last one was way too loud, so I turned it down. Beloved, radical acceptance. This is exactly what the Hall of Mirrors is going to be, a radical acceptance, again, within the heart space. It really starts within the heart. So the way that was shown to me when I was learning about the Hall of Mirrors is that I completely went into my heart space and I can see my heart surrounding me, and I can see like all the veins, all the blood running through, and really given that embodiment of love within the heart. And then a wave of frequency kind of went out like this on all the sides, like a wave. From the heart, over the body, over my torus field, and then I shot back into that, into this like white room, and then kind of how I visualize and I see the Akashic records. So the Akashic records, when it shows up to me, again, it's in the white room first, and then all of a sudden it's like a corridor of books come up, and then those books sometimes they'll turn into like an AI system, and then sometimes they'll turn into scrolls. This depends on what I'm doing and what I'm kind of looking for, but the halls will be all different ways. And then there's always guides on each level too that'll help me kind of navigate the halls of the Akashics. So the Hall of Mirrors was kind of showing me the same kind of thing. So when I tuned into it, it comes up to me and I just see all these mirrors. But then each individual person will get their own mirror that reflects their own heart. So when you start to do this meditation and you go into it, the first mirror that comes to you is a representative of your current timeline, and that can look different for everyone. The mirror is always going to be a full-length mirror, so it shows your whole body and the energy around you. But it could have like a different frame around it. It can be the shape of a heart, as long as the heart is big enough and gets your full body. It's always different, but everyone's always going to go from that personal one to one of light, of a reflection of the light. That first one's going to reflect your current energy and who you are. That's kind of how I see it. But the radical acceptance, you're really going to have to do that radical acceptance in that first mirror. Because if you don't let all that go, again, you're not going to be able to go through that portal, because it's a whole different vibrational frequency. And again, we'll talk more about that when we get into the actual mirror meditation. But so this is where the energy is right now regarding it. They're actually telling me to do 2 more. Bold steps forward, the further gate. So again, this is going to be those who are ready. Those who are not ready to let go, and you're fine on your current timeline, you're fine, okay? You don't have to do these big leaps like this. This is for people who are really ready to tune into their self and really get to know their self first. And then you take these bold steps forward, knowing that you're going to have to release them. Then the netcaster, preparation and fruition is coming. So those who do decide to go through the halls of mirror are going to be you're going to be given what you've always been wanted, because you are coming from the heart space. And once we get on this higher vibrational frequency, everyone's going to be kinder and more loving and more compassionate. You are literally going to see things shift and change around you. Opportunities coming to you, doorways opening, mirrors opening, literally. So think of it being like where you are now, and you kind of step through, and then you show up in your living room, and well, like everything looks the same, but is it the same? No. Feel the vibrational frequencies in that room. Feel what is going on. Kind of observe that and see what's going on. It may just be something subtle that has changed in your frequency when you step through, in order to acclimate you to what is coming. Okay? So be mindful of that. We are now going to go ahead and move on. Okay, you guys, let's bring in the Gateway of Light activations. Alright. So the Gateway of Light, we're focusing on mirror energy. There's a big storm coming in this area. Because I'm draining my pool right now, and getting ready for these warmer weather coming up, and they're just saying the water's going to fill right back up. So much for cleaning your pool out. It's just being crazy, but there is a storm coming. Okay, so those who are going to be working on these activations coming up, so this is for you specifically who are ready to step through the portal. So if this resonates with you, this means that you're probably aligned to go through the portal, and that you're ready to, okay? Lemurian star code. So those with Lemurian energy, who have Lemurian hybrid DNAs, who have hybrid children. So say you don't have any children in this plane, but you know that you have a hybrid starseed with the Lemurians on different planets and different things like that. You are going to be called to be opening up to these portals because you are going to be, this says embrace sensitivity, uniqueness, and living with grace. So you're going to be opening up to these energies so these star beings can start also helping programming you, and they're going to be given light codes. Lemurian light codes are going to start coming out. And your hybrid children are going to be so sensitive to your energy that you might start reading your light codes out to the public through music. Some people are going to be writing it down. You know how we have hieroglyphs and stuff like that? There are going to be some light code people who start writing in light codes and start writing in geometric shapes, and but they're all going to have a frequency of energy behind them, which your children are going to help you. Your hybrid children are going to help you unlock as you walk through. Again, this has a crystal, the Lemurian crystals, which all crystals reflect energy as it reflects. It's like a mirror, because it reflects different aspects of it on each face of a crystal. That's why you can tune it to however you want to tune it down with codes, sun codes, moon codes, your personal energy. But it also reflects different paradigms and reflects different parallel universes. Every single crystal will do this. So if you find yourself with the Lemurian crystal, make sure you're tuning into the energy regarding the frequency and timeline that you want to focus on, because those will hold so much knowledge. And they're going to start opening up too about more knowledges with inside crystals. A lot of archaeologists are going to start talking about that, and different things with the geometrics with that too. So that's going to be opening up for you as well. Okay, well, we were at Akashics. Ooh. Align with purpose, crossroads, and no wrong path. I love this one because it's showing mirrors. It's showing reflections of stargates, how each individual portal is different. So they're telling you that there's no wrong paths here, because you are going to literally learn regardless of where you go. Whether you are going through the mirror and you're like, oh, I made a mistake because I really didn't let this go and now I'm going through it. It's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's just a lesson. Everything's a lesson, whether you go higher, whether you go lower, whether you tune into this or tune into that. You can always transform and change who you are as a person from within the heart space, and then the next day you can try again. But don't worry about getting something wrong. It's all about lessons. It's all about learning and not being so hard on yourself. But the Akashic gateway is going to be tied into the Hall of Mirrors, so it's going to make it easier for everyone to access these higher realms instead of everyone being gatekeeping. So let's say everyone's not going to have to be going to psychics or channelers or things like that for very much longer, because everyone's going to be able to tune into these things with self. Those who are doing the work, you're going to be able to tune into these things with ease, okay? And this is going to be one way to open up to that. They're also saying that during the time of the eclipse, when the Hall of Mirrors comes, this is not going to be a one and done thing. This is going to be kind of a portal that's opened up for the lifelong time of the earth. Even after it splits, the Hall of Mirrors is going to be able to be accessed from above and below. It's not something that you're just going to be, when you do your full moon rituals or rituals with Mother Earth, it's just a one kind of thing and you're done. No, you're going to be able to learn. You're going to be able to go in and just keep learning every time you jump through that portal. It's going to be, just increments of lessons learned. Is what they're kind of showing you. It's not going to be a one and done portal. It's going to be open. It's going to be open for those who are learning. Those who are already turning into your Akashics, those who are already been doing like readings with your Akashics, things like that, you are going to be able to tune into the Hall of Mirrors. Sometimes even in your dream state, you're going to get these reflections of all these mirrors coming around you, and that's just telling you that it's time to choose. It's time to really get solidified in who you are and make these jumps forward. Again, like the bold steps we were talking about before. Hall of Learning. Yes. So you guys see how this is a big corridor, and there is all these books. This is kind of what the Akashics look like for me when I go in there. But now imagine all this being a reflection of mirrors. See this light kind of going through here? That kind of resembles a mirror in this little edge here with the lights coming down from the top. So this is about, great lessons, spirit confirmation. So those who are ready for this resonates with you. You are ready for these halls. So back to the the great lessons and confirmation. So if you resonate with this, know that you were meant to go through both mirror portals, the letting go of one and receiving. Even if you feel like maybe you're not too solidified, if this card right here resonates with you, this is going to be a lesson for you, and it's going to be a step forward, and it's really going to bring grace and really a lot of happiness is going to be happening in your life with these halls that are coming for you, okay? Halls of Invitation. I was like, I haven't had this card. What is this? Secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, and invitations. You are being invited to step into these halls. And look, this is a mirror here, and it's showing the stars that are connected. And it's also showing an interface behind it as well that's all connected to oneness. So when you get, again, the halls, so now we have the halls of invitation and the halls of learning, you guys. Come on. So you are literally being woken up to this point of understanding. If you do not understand and this is not for you, that's okay. If it doesn't resonate with you, then you're not ready for that, and that's perfectly okay with where you are. Don't feel called, like don't feel like you're not enough because you're not ready for the halls. Again, that's okay. I will show you the Jose Silva method, which will help you get acclimated to that, so you don't be so hard on yourself, okay? But those who are ready, feeling this one, and now you're being invited to actually step through it. Again, these are pillars of change as well. We have the dark and the white, as above, so below, as you step through the pillars. We also have the infamous checker flooring, which has a lot of the Illuminati uses. Freemasons like to use this because they've always known to go within first, and you definitely have the polarity as above, so below, black and white, you know, evil or good. There's always going to be a polarity, but you are being invited in now to the halls of light and halls of learning and halls of mirror, so you can start doing the work, and you're not going to have to outsource the things that you want. It's going to be coming to you, okay? You're being invited to open up to all of your gifts and to all of who you are. We have never had the Hall of Mirrors be in our realm before. We've never been able to tune into that. The fairies are saying that they had someone who went through the halls of change, which is the same thing, the halls of mirrors, and they're saying that they let go of some things on their realm, their egos, their things that they wanted to let go of, and when they went to step through the mirror, they weren't ready for it or aligned, and that mirror literally shot them back out of it, back into their existing timeline, because they were lying within self. And she's kind of shaking off like Tinkerbell would go, and she's like, it just flew them right out of there. So you have to be ready, but you are being invited. So anyways, don't be afraid of this invitation. If you feel like you are being fearful to step through any mirror portals, don't do it. That means you're not aligned with it. It's okay. You don't have to be hard on yourself. Again, don't be so hard on yourself if you are not sure. It's okay to do your research, do what calls to you. Don't have to do anything else that anyone else is doing spiritually, physically, anyway. Only do what calls to you. We talked about this before. It's going to be a radical acceptance of who you are before you do this, but you are invited to join it. And we are going to do one more card with this deck. Oh, that sounded great. This deck of cards. Heart source. It starts with the heart. All-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, and serenity. Holy crap, I can't speak today. Serenity. So unconditional acceptance. We had radical acceptance earlier because it is with the heart. Your heart portal is like an activation. If your heart isn't right and who you are isn't right, it's reflecting you guys. Like I said before, it's a wave. It's attracting things to you. This is your source energy, and this can't speak to anything else until it's right. And then when it is right, it's going to speak to your third eye. It's going to speak to your crown. It's going to speak to your throat. You're going to allow it to speak out more. So you can speak and speak and speak and speak, but it's not going to have any meaning behind it if your heart's not aligned with it, if your belief system isn't aligned with it, if you really got to transform and be a radical acceptance of who you are, and then embody all that, and then let those waves go out, and then everything is attracted to your Taurus field, and then you're able to observe with you're able to observe with unconditional love and no judgment, which makes you a perfect candidate for receiving and allowing and manifesting. Okay, so let me pause this real quick. Okay, so that was a lot of cards. We're going to do one more deck, and this is the Archangel deck, just because Raphael is right here, and usually he has some other things to say. Do we need cards for this, or do you just want to say? Visuals? I like that because a lot of you guys are visuals like me. Sometimes people learn better with visuals. Sometimes people learn better with seeing or hearing. If you want, just shut this off and just listen. Don't look at it at all. All right. Archangel Raphael is a very good healer. And he says when you step through that portal, healing is something that you want. You can ask him to come. He says, actually, don't say him or her because it's all about the perception of how you believe each angel's energy because they have a masculine and feminine side. Anyways, I digress. But you can ask Archangel Raphael to assist you through the portal or be there for you for your change and that radical acceptance as you move forward through it. Okay? Okay. 9 of Gabriel. Okay, so this is going to be kind of what happens when you step through the portal. So they're saying they're going to start giving the energy about how they feel about this portal being open. Okay, we're at the archangels, you guys. I am going through with my throat chakra today and speaking. Okay, so stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibilities. Environmental activists. 9 of Gabriel. So those who are stepping through the portal, this is kind of showing you what's going to happen on the other side, depending on the frequency that you're starting from your baseline and moving forward. So a lot of you guys are going to be moving into the environmental side of things and really starting to give compassion and kindness to things that you see. Animals, nature, tuning into who you are. You're really going to start to see the environment change for the good, for the better. People are going to start being more compassionate. We're going to start having better energy resources. We're going to start having basic needs being met regarding the environment and changing to have more greenery, have more things coming around. That's so it's not all city-based and all, destruction. We're going to start seeing healing of Mother Earth for those who are on this frequency regarding environmental help and guidance, okay? So be determined to move forward and prepare for any possibilities of goodness and light because it's happening, it's done. That's the timeline that you choose. That's a good one for you because it's done. 5 of Raphael. I knew you were going to come through here. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. So everything happens for a reason. Release regrets and ego. So again, you're going to be able to tune in. You're going to be able to tune in to the mirror work. I was kind of looking because there is a mirror on this one here as well, on the back wall. And she's kind of leaning this way to really check into this ego. And Archangel Raphael is here to help her heal, help her to move forward. And on the floor too, there's a lot of materialistic things that are going on in this photo here that she's going to kind of leave behind and kind of step into more of a minimalist lifestyle for this energy here. And research, they're saying search for the silver lining with who you are now. Appreciate what you have gratitude for what you have, so when you step through and you embrace all these new opportunities, it's really going to be embracing the opportunities of happiness, understanding that you're happy now. It doesn't matter if you get one more thing of clothing or one more thing to go in your house. That's going to exist, which carries energy, but over time you're just going to be throwing it away and getting rid of it. We're going to be going to a minimalist lifestyle because we're going to be embodying love of things, love of self first and foremost, not putting all of our love into material sidelines. And he says that's going to be different for everyone too, because some people are going to be expressing their way through creative endeavors like business and things like that. But we're going to be doing it in a way that's more self-sustainable for Mother Earth and for the people around it. It's not going to be like corporate greed anymore. It's going to be materials that are handmade, things of, I'm getting back to energy. Okay, so, sorry, my time runs out. So they also want to talk about when you release regret. So don't be hard on yourself for like, oh, I wish I would have known this sooner. No, you knew what you knew back then for you to get to where you are today. So don't have any regrets of who you were and what you went through, because that kind of shaped and molded you from your learning into those halls of learning, okay? There's always a reason for every contract. So let go of all that and start from a new energy of love. When you start from a new energy of love and you build off of that, it's just going to get better and better and better and better. But if you keep bringing in regret, then you're just going to regurgitate that energy, and it's going to keep showing up in different forms, in different ways, until you truly let it go. That's why the Hall of Mirrors is going to show you who you are as a reflection of heart. There's not going to be any hiding from the Halls of Mirrors, because it's a reflection of you. It really is. So you can't hide from that. Okay? Two of Michael, reflection of you, halls of mirror. When you get two, as above, so below, who you are, parallel universes. It's all going to be intertwined. You for who you want to be, and who for who you're letting go of. Okay, it will all be better if you just make a decision over analyzing a problem. If you just make a decision over analyzing a problem and find compromise with who you are. So you really need to say, okay, I'm going to get my health right. Okay, whatever that means for you. Everyone's health is different. Everyone's energy is different within your body. You are going to do what's called for you for your health. But then you decide, well, I changed my mind and now I'm going to go back to my old ways of having. That means you have too much wobble and you haven't made that full decision. You have to decide with it and stick with it and stay consistent with the energy, and then allow the energies to move around you so it's not giving you all that contrast. You have to make a decision and move forward. So if you say, I'm going to do the halls of mirror, then you step up to that halls of mirror, and then you decide, okay, I'm going to try to cheat my way through it energetically, and then you get over to the other mirror, like I said before, it's going to be like, no, you're not making a true decision because you're speaking what you want, but you're not feeling what you want. You have to embody the feeling, okay? Body, mind, and soul. It all starts with feeling. So they're saying too that some of you guys don't really know emotions. Like you're saying, oh, I know anger, I know love, I know, sympathy, I know these things, but you really don't. You're just speaking them by what you've been taught, but you don't know what that means for you. So you really have to dig inside about what that means to you. What does love mean to you? What does it feel like to you? The sense of smell, which brings energies. How do certain smells make it feel? Does it make you feel blissful, ecstatic, happiness, ease, repugnant? Like what kind of energy does it have? Really go through each emotion and feel what it feels like inside your body. Get to know that emotion and what it means for you. Again, emotions mean different things to different people, and then you feel them differently throughout. That matters. If you tune into the solution side of things, then that's a ripple effect in that time continuum, and then the solutions will come. But if you just focus on all the stuff that's going bad, everything that's going bad about it, you're regurgitating that, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse on that realm for them people. Of course, all them individual people are going to have their own timelines to tune into, but that's what you're going to keep seeing on your timeline because you're not tuning into the solution side. Again, because you're not there, and you cannot just go to a different country and help a different country, or people even in your own country. What you can do is start helping spiritually, putting out that energy, and then you can do little steps around your community and your neighborhood to be a beacon of light, a beacon of help, a beacon of really generosity and kindness and compassion. That's how you change the world, by doing little steps at a time and not getting your energy so bogged down in low dimensional energy, because that's not serving anybody. You cannot help someone else's energy if you cannot do it for yourself first, okay? So as much as we want to just save the world as a whole instantaneously, we have to be and light, and then that will not come back to you. You have to get out of that victim mentality and start seeing that opportunities, because if you want to be a victim, because that attracts things to you, you're getting a lot of sympathy for it, or you're getting a lot of people who want to fight the system and do all that. And while that's all good and dandy for your life lesson, but if you really want to be on a path of seeing things change in the realm, then you have to let go of that victim mentality and start choosing a different perspective of it, a different light and love of it. There's going to be a switch if you're ready for that or not, but some people aren't. Some people are, they love who they are, they love where they are going regarding that lower density, because it feeds their energy, regardless of whether we see it as something that's lower density. They see it as it's feeding them in some way or another, and they enjoy it, and that's fine. But you can't ask for a world of light and love if you're promoting low density stuff. You know what I mean? It's one thing to share something with no let me get my words here. I don't want to offend anybody. So say, hold on, time's up. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to, for those who are trying to help people wake up to the matrix, who are showing lower density things, that's who you are. You want to be a teacher of helping people break out of that energy. You have to do it in a way where you are the observer only, no judgment, no emotion about it. You can't say, I'm going to show you how to get out of this matrix, but oh, I hate this matrix, or I hate this industry, I don't like this corporate thing, and you're really being mean about it and aggressive about it, putting out that energy of low thing, then that's going to feed that energy. But if you're being like, this is what happened on this low energy, these are celebrities is a good one because they're all a part of the Illuminati. So if you're teaching about celebrities and things like that, you can be like, well, this is the reptilian side, this is for real, this is the shape-shifting skinwalkers, walk-ins, and you're really trying to explain to people this is what's going on, and be say it in a place of, I'm not pushing this agenda on you, I'm not trying to make you feel any kind of way about it. It's up for you to get this information for you, and then you can receive it however you want to receive it, but you want to do it in a way of compassion and love and light and calmness and peace, so you're getting the information out there, but you're not putting any kind of frequency in the mix of that, pushing your agenda. Again, so if you're like, this celebrity is shitty, a bad person and all this stuff, you need to hate this celebrity, you need to just stop watching this person because this is how I feel about the situation. No, you said this celebrity is a part of a cult, okay? They are a part of the Illuminati. They are doing blood rituals and these things like that. This is the information that I know about celebrities and the information that I've been given regarding what is going on in the industry. I'm giving you this information so you can decide for yourself, so you can do your own research, and you can decide the emotion that you want regarding the situation. I'm here to help you to wake up to the matrix. I'm here to help you understand my perspective of what's going on. But as far as the energy goes around it, I'm going to leave that up to you to decide what you want to do with that energy and what you want to do with that information. You can look at it and say, okay, I get it, I see it, I acknowledge it, I'm awake to it, and now I'm not going to participate with it anymore. I'm going to start looking at love and light. Or I want to do a little bit more deep diving, and I want to check into a little more and get a little more knowledge on it, but without emotion and without judgment. I'm just going to see what I can pick up and get some knowledge with it, okay? But then if you're like, like I said, putting out your projection of it, then it's really just going to bring negative energy, because you're not doing it as a place of teaching. You're doing it as a place of projecting your inner heart, your inner emotions, instead of just doing it as a form of teaching, and then you take with it what you may. There's a difference between that. So yeah, there's definitely a different way of teaching these things without your own projection, because the way that your belief system is about something doesn't necessarily have to mean you have to teach it. You just want to be a teacher of knowledge, but not personal agendas regarding that. Okay. What? Oh, it's like some people don't even need to know about it at all. Some people don't want to know about celebrity and Illuminati. Some people don't want to know, but that's their path. They want to. They just have a spontaneous awakening to the light and love, and their projection is just light and love. There's no reason for them to come down and tune into that, because they have the spontaneous awakening to the light. So why would they want to regurgitate old world or old history when it's not? It's really impervious to who they are immediately into the light. Jesus is saying that he talks about that when you turn the other cheek to something, or where he heals you. What? He's saying when he heals people, he used to tell them, you've been healed, now go away and tell no one, because you don't want their energy onto you. It's sort of like the same dynamics, where you're a being of light. Why would you go down to the darkness when you've already been in this being of light? You don't have to go down there to learn all that stuff when you're learning something newer. You're learning something on higher levels. You're learning something that these people aren't even learning, but you are. You're learning this. So now you're going to be what is considered an ancestor to them, so you can be a teacher of your knowledge. There's no reason for you to come down low. You're going to be a teacher of light. So there's a whole bunch of different things there. He's saying regarding healing, when you don't have to tell people right away either some of the knowledge that you have, because you want to be acclimated to it before telling people that. He says sometimes he used to go and he used to heal people. And he's kind of showing me like this cave. where he was used to heal people first before he started introducing himself more at a widespread. As a younger kid, he would do that and heal people. And he'd be like, just don't tell anybody, I don't want to get that energy out. And then all of a sudden he had the shoot of lightning that came up and says, no, you're meant to heal with light, and it's okay now for you to speak your word and speak your authentic truth. There's no reason for you to hide anymore. You need to be an embodiment of Christ's healing energy for the masses to change. And that's kind of how he became, you know, not so vocal, and then to spontaneous awakening and vocal, and then a broader spectrum of healing and knowledge that came over him with the God Christ energy, or Christ, one of knowing that each individual soul needs to know their self as well. And then we had the big connection of love and grace for all humanity on all different frequencies and all different realms regarding that. So the more you tune into love, the more love that you'll feel, the more love that you'll give out, the more love that you'll see, the more love that you'll be a part of, again, without any judgment on other people and the way that their perception of life is. Okay, so I hope that give you guys some energy about what is going on around you with the decks of the cards and the visuals to help you understand what we're going to be going into regarding this eclipse and these halls of mirrors opening. Now I'm going to go and explain exactly what each hall of mirror is for and tune it into your own hall of change. I like that one too, hall of change, when we get into it. And I'm also going to show you the Silva method and what they do prior to stepping actually through a mirror portal. Okay, so that's going to come now, but let me get this edited and put up so you guys can start getting the energy regarding what is going to be going on regarding that. And thank you for letting me be me and expressing. You guys, if you guys have not done a metal detox, do it. This is all from metal detoxing that I've been doing, and where it's already been through, my skin is getting so soft and so smooth, and this is all going to be good too. So make sure you're doing your detoxes, because it is needed, especially metal detoxes, because we're shifting and changing, as you all know.